see if it actually works. And it did.
We're live in 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait a minute. We're already live. Never mind.
Oh,
We certainly are.
Welcome to everybody. Bienvenidos.
And I'm the first one to like it.
Oh, wait a minute. Can we do that? How do we do that? Where do we do that?
And
you have to go into my channel.
What? You? Okay, you know what? Go into my channel. Go into my StreamYard. Go into everywhere. It's too much, lady. It's too much.
Wait. Oh, it is actually letting me like my own.
Ugh.
So you're saying you can't multitask? Is that it?
I'm tired. It's the weekend. I don't have to multitask. And I muted my mic for that. That was all on your mic.
Sure.
Trust me, I got the button right here. All I have to do is sit here and go back and forth, back and forth. But see, the problem is it's on with hers, even when mine's off. So, but I know
Actually, it's not showing you're muted. But
Oh, it's not.
that's
Marissa. Oh my God, Marissa's under her own name.
dun, 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 dun.
Hi, Marissa.
Hello.
How are you?
Should be very, very quiet.
Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
See, if you stream it, they will come.
Yeah. Considering I haven't shared it out, yeah.
Oh heck, I can go share you the link on Eli's live stream.
Sure, because I don't have D Live anymore. So, per se.
Well, he's live on here.
Oh, she's talking about she's going to share it on Eli's, not D Live.
Oh, I thought you said D Live.
Eli, I'm a mod, so I could share you the link there.
That's good, but bad.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, Jackie.
I'm good, thank you, Jackie. How are you?
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, wow. That's awesome, Jackie.
Oops. We got a repeater. And I don't mean a gun. We got a repeater. And I don't mean a gun.
I liked it and bailed back out. Not dealing with that echo tonight.
I never even asked what you planned on doing, but I see now.
Oh, just whatever.
You know we don't have a direction here.
Nah, I never have a direction. Hopefully up,
Yeah, there you go.
but it usually goes sideways. So.
Excuse me, you are hogging the entire... Yeah, you need to move. No.
Well, Misty and Cranky are in the same room.
Yeah.
That's why you heard that echo, Jackie. Cranky, the eighth dwarf.
What? Oh, that's good, Beth. Love it.
That's right, the eighth dwarf with an overactive pituitary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jackie. Cranky Mountain Man is my husband. So
Hello.
nice. Way to go, Marissa.
Cool, Marissa.
So once we get more people in, I'm gonna ask if anybody else has the necrophonic.
So if you don't have it, go download it now. Quickly, quickly, quickly.
No.
I can't.
Uh-huh.
Must have a bigger memory chip.
Must have a phone that actually goes online.
Uh-huh. Actually, well, yeah, I guess to download it you do. Yeah.
You know what Glenn did today?
What?
Now, Marissa knows that I have crystals sitting on the desk next to me.
Okay.
He knocked them all off the desk, walking by. And I thought he had them picked up until he ran the vacuum, and
Oh no.
right before he went over it, I went,
Wait.
and it was too late.
Oh no.
Not good. Did you manage to salvage it?
It's somewhere in the vacuum. And who knows how many pieces.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Marissa, it was one of the raw quartz crystals.
Well, look at it this way. Now you have enough little crystals that you can set up a nice little ward around yourself.
Just sprinkle them under the part of the couch I sleep on.
There you go.
And of course, it was the prettiest one.
Yeah, or you can sprinkle it in your hair and you'll be so pretty.
No.
You'll be all sparkly.
No, I never. They have not shown up. Did she eat them? I don't know.
You know what I've been trying to find is those ones that they used to in the 70s hang on strings and put like in your window that reflect like a rainbow.
Those are prisms.
Prisms.
I can get that. All you got to do is look at chandelier distributors and check out the different bobiches they have. The most common one is the triangular prism. And let me tell you something. If you've never looked through one of those sideways, that'll mess with you.
Hi, Carol.
Carol, you want to come up?
You couldn't click on it fast enough.
You know?
Wow. The corn nuts.
Carol, do you want to come up? Hmm.
She's deciding whether she wants to play with her click again or not.
She's clicking fast.
Wait a minute. Where's Gary?
There you go again.
Where's Gary?
Oh, no.
You know, every time Beth does that, Gary's going to show up. Come on, Gary, come out of the shadows. We know you're there.
Oh, goodness. And there he is. Ta-da!
You see?
Gary?
Beth,
Carol.
Beth, this is what you're going to have to do at the starting of all.
Sheriff.
Oh, look. It's
I'm
the
the
name.
Gary Whisperer.
Yes, the legend. Yeah, you're the Gary Whisperer. we have Beth in the audience, the Gary Whisperer.
Okay, Jackie.
I'm not in the audience. I'm on the piano.
No, Gary, Beth did another one of her famous statements, and whatever she does, you have to show up. It's a moral imperative.
Hey, it wasn't
Carol.
nearly as bad as the last time.
Hey, I've got kind of a migraine-y thingy going, so I'm gonna stick it out as long as I can. My eyes
Okay,
are.
well, I'm not going to do spirit box or anything, so
Oh no, you totally can. That's
actually, I'm not.
yeah. It's just my eyes. Like it starts in my eyes, and I've had too much computer time lately, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Trust me, I've had a house full of grandkids today,
Wait a
so
minute.
noise has not affected me today. So
Too much computer time during COVID quarantine. Nah, can't be.
impossible.
It doesn't happen.
Huh.
Well, you're so lucky, Carol, that you got time with your grandkids.
Yeah. My youngest daughter, babysits 3 times a week. So they're here 3 times a week. And then this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, they were over all day. So it's
wow.
been, yeah.
So how are the babies doing?
The twins, they're good. They are, it's kind of weird because they've got, they're farmers and a couple of their farm hands got COVID. So they're just trying to be so careful with who comes over and who, you know what I mean? And they live about 45 minutes away. So with everything going on, I just haven't got to see them as much as I would like right now, just right now. But yeah.
We got a similar thing going on with my mom for Thanksgiving. She's bringing in my sister, her husband, both of her kids, my sister's kids, one of whom's girlfriend is coming back from Virginia Tech, like 2 days before Thanksgiving. So, everybody, and how the reports have been for colleges with COVID.
Right.
So, my son works for a combination kennel and animal shelter or animal hospital here locally. So he doesn't deal with people, but he deals with people's dogs a good bit.
Yeah.
So it's just everybody's doing the same thing. Careful.
If I can find my peppermint oil, I would have it. Like, I cannot find that for the life of me.
You know the other thing that works, Carol, sometimes? Take your hand and squeeze, like right here.
Oh, yeah.
Right in the webbing.
Yeah, like the whole acupressure.
Don't just squeeze though. You need to make little circles.
Yeah, I'm a massage therapist, so I did this. My body's broke down, but I did this for my clients. There's like places. It's just, it never works when I do it to myself. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Okay, how close is Carol to us?
Quite a ways.
My elbows, my fingers, they're all broken. Like, they're all broken. I mean, they've all, like, today, when I'm steering, we drove all over today, and my elbows were on fire just from steering. It's pathetic. Oh, did you see what Gary said? His son.
Yeah.
Oh, so sorry.
Oh, goodness.
Ooh.
He's doing great now. Good.
That's good.
The sheriff, it is perfectly fine if you say howdy.
I'm sorry. I kind of.
No, sheriff needs to say howdy. To either go get I was going to say, he's either going to get a high five from me or a Gibbs.
Oh, no.
Howdy.
There you go.
Love you, Sheriff.
And sound happy about it.
No.
I'm missing you, bud.
Yeah, I missed y'all too.
You okay, Sheriff?
Kind of, sort of, but not really.
Yeah. I know.
Well, we'll talk a little later, Sheriff, if you're interested in talking.
I don't need to like ask questions. I didn't mean to like.
Yeah.
Right. It's all good. It's all good.
I have a question. Does anybody in chat have Necrophonic, or do you have Necrophonic, Carol?
I just have SB7. I don't like the apps, but that's just me.
My wife has Necrophonic.
Yeah.
And who's that?
Contacted. The reason I'm asking is because I've been having an interesting thing happen.
Yeah.
And like I sent Beth the picture. I don't know if I sent Sheriff the picture. But I mentioned a while ago that I actually, you know how on your cell phone, when you have Facebook and stuff, you'll get a little number that says you've got X amount of posts or whatever.
Yeah.
I've been getting a message thing from Necrophonic. The
Do
same
they
thing. They don't
do they-
have the option.
No, like update or like buy this add-on kind of.
No.
Wow.
No, it's
When you click
messages.
on it, it goes straight into the app. It doesn't, there's nowhere
There's
for
no
messages, emails, nothing.
settings. Wow, that's weird.
Yeah, it's like
But
spirits
I've
are
got
trying to send a
something to
message.
Yeah,
So
if I can
when
get
you-
it to work.
So when you see that, turn it on right away as fast as you can and see if there's anything wanting to say something.
She has both times and nothing.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird.
Wow.
It's weird. 'Cause this time she ran by and she's like, look, so I'm not going crazy. You know what? Well, that's a relative thing, but no, you're not for that.
Okay.
Is Cranky Mountain Man your
Yes,
Yours-
that's Jason.
okay?
Hello.
The Mountain Man. I kind of figured was.
I usually come in as Misty's Mountain Man, but I'm like, okay, I've done that a couple times. Let's do something different. And
I'm
somehow,
cranky today, so I'm gonna be the Cranky Mountain Man.
Yeah, Cranky is the eighth dwarf.
well, that's right, with an overactive pituitary.
Oh,
I'm going to show everybody what I'm talking about.
Oh, goodness, scary. Squatchy
weird.
Not
That's a
necrophonic.
photo of, can you guys see it?
You
Yeah.
need to go to the right, babe. Go to the right. To the right.
What do you mean?
You're dancing around on the left of it. You're not over it.
Right here.
No.
Jason, have you ever
Turn-
called square dances?
Put your mouth back on it from your screen.
are you looking on?
All right, now turn around and look. That's where everybody's seeing your mouse.
Almandritis.
There you go.
About your partner.
Okay, that's weird because it's complete opposite on mine. But anyways, if you'll notice the Necrophonic app, that's my cell phone screen. It's got a 1 on the app itself.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know why I just got the sudden urge to call out square dancing. I'm not call it.
Square dancing?
I don't know.
Dosey-do, way to go.
Hey,
Take her by the
Tim.
hand and spin her around.
Trying my best is putting on a show.
Hey, Dark.
About your
Hey,
partner.
Hello, Dark.
Hey, I'm smart. I always down on my partner. I
Did
know
you
the
say
rule.
you're down on your partner?
No, I know the rule. Happy wife, happy life.
That's exactly the way it should be.
Hey, this is like a once in a time thing. I'm going to hit everybody up. We had something happen last night here when we were putting away dinner. Susan turned around and said she smelled pipe smoke in the kitchen. And just happened, she had her K2 on. And looked over, and her K2 was kind of blinking green, went to yellow a little bit, but stayed blinking green. All of a sudden, when she did that, I asked about the 2 people that I know of that smoked pipes. One was my grandfather, and I called him out by name. We know he's passed. No response from the K2. Then I called my father's name out by his name, and her K2 went absolutely ape snot.
Wow.
Now, here's the thing. I went and I looked, and as far as I can tell, he's still alive. So my question is, anybody got any bright ideas as to why the K2 would go crazy with him still being alive and my asking his name directly?
Could just be a fluke. I know they sometimes don't or can't react or get the energy to respond right away. Sometimes it's a little delayed. Could be your grandpa saying, meaning to try to set that off sooner, but I don't know.
That's a possibility. Okay.
Yeah. My grandpa, my dad's dad smoked a pipe, and I have all his pipes in my closet. I loved him.
Well,
his
see, that was
smell.
the thing. I asked her about what she was smelling because my grandfather's smoked to a very specific type.
No, Jackie.
And it was not what she told me she smelled was not what he used to smoke. So that's why I thought maybe my dad. Don't know.
What did your dad smoke? What did your grandpa smoke?
It was a green apple cherry derivative.
Ooh,
Yeah, it was really nice.
my grandpa's was the Prince Albert. Remember Prince Albert?
In a can. Yeah.
Well,
Packet. No, not in a can. It was a packet.
we used to do that as kids. Call up the cigar shop. Hey, do you have Prince Albert again? Yes, you better go let it go before he dies.
Uh-huh.
Gary, it's because we're both in the same room.
Oh, shut up now.
No, you don't have to.
Well, we don't want to echo everybody.
Jackie's asking if you had another relative that may have had the same name.
Not that I'm aware of. Both my grandfathers and my dad's are fairly distinct. The only thing that's close to my grandfather's is my son, who absolutely was not happy with us come SAT time, has 4 names. My grandfather's is one. His grandfather's on his mom's side is another.
We're in the same room, Gary.
And then his sister picked out his first name. So it was a family effort to name him. But that, as far as I know, that's as close to anything as we get. Yes, we are across from each other. So, for those who know the Midwest, we are cattywampus, which is kitty corner or diagonally from each other in the room.
I heard that some people say catty corner too.
That's it.
Cattywampus?
Uh-huh.
No, Gary. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Gary.
Damn.
I gotta put my glasses on now.
You don't want to read it, Carol?
What? No.
You don't want to read
No,
it?
I should have kept them all.
Yeah. No, we have a Gary death history thing here.
I know.
It started about the time that I joined in the group.
Yeah. God.
That's funny.
Gary.
Yeah, he does, Jackie.
I do have to make a road trip and go kick Gary's butt.
I did check that, Dark, and there was no update. And I contacted the maker and they said there is no option for sending messages.
He's still going. Oh my god.
Sorry, we took Carol.
Carol,
What?
are you okay?
I had to reach over and grab my tissue. It
Oh.
fell.
Gesundheit.
I didn't sneeze yet, but I'm waiting. It's gonna happen.
Scandal is in the house. Yes, Gary is here.
Uh,
Yeah, but he's trying to make me the scandal.
Oh, no, he's not.
Yeah, but the nice thing is when Gary gets going, he always puts a smile on my face. So
Yeah, he's a good guy. Very nice. That's so
Those
funny.
turns out he's making me turn 20 shades of red.
It's better than 50 Shades of Grey.
uh-huh.
I don't know. 50 Shades of Grey sounds like more fun.
Could be.
Yeah, true.
No comment. I plead the fifth.
Now it's starting the scandal.
God. So have you been working on any new stories, Carol?
Yeah, I've got. Yes. It's just what slows me down is the narrating, like recording my voice.
Mhm.
That's all I'm waiting on for a couple of them. And there's another one that I really, really want to get into, 2 of them. But
Yeah.
it's more of a true thing instead of me writing the story.
Mhm.
But it's like, so there's always going to be something following me that's going to make a noise. Whether it's my daughter in the next room, my dog snoring, jumping, shaking, that's going to pick up in the recording, right?
Yeah.
Go downstairs because my mom's always listening to politics and she's yelling at the TV. Yeah. So
Yeah.
but I love once I can get that done. I love putting it together. Love
Yeah.
doing it. But
Yeah.
who likes to listen to their own voice,
What kind of stories are you doing, Carol?
Spooky ones. I write scary stories. I've got 2 that are true stories that I just I'll kind of have spooky or just music in the background, like spooky or whatever, and then I'll put pictures in, and then I'm narrating the story. That's about it. But they're short stories. I do have a long one that it's not my story, but somebody told me about it and wants me to do it.
Mhm.
I don't know how you do that if you take somebody else's story and it's not even on YouTube or anywhere. It's just on this. I don't know if it's these writers who put short stories up for people to enjoy.
What you would have to do is probably at the start of it somewhere make a note that it's not your story, that it's
Yeah.
somebody else's.
Yeah. But then
Right.
also there is that that common, oh gosh, my brain, the common what's that called? Help me.
Public domain.
Public domain.
That, yeah, where if it's for, so you can kind of put that out there. In most cases it's fine not using somebody's music or whatnot, but just just somebody who maybe writes a short story and and you give them the credit and then you put that in because it is entertainment, but it is, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough subject.
Yeah.
Where the lines. Yeah,
And-
Dark says Creative Commons.
That's what it is. But this is the thing, I have over 500 subscribers.
Mhm.
I'm a very small channel. I'm not constantly putting stuff out there. I'm not making money from anything. So who's really gonna,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Do you need help with some extra voices?
Oh no. If there was a
If you need someone to do other kinds of voices,
no, I just thought about that because
This.
in some of these it'd be cool to have it. I was just thinking about that the other day. It'd be cool to have I can't, my brain shuts down at this time at night, but you know what I mean, something little
Real
extra.
voiceovers.
It's just something different to add to it to make. Yes, I'm just gonna say yes.
if you ever If you ever want extra voices, give me a holler.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would not, I would just like something different, something to add, something to make it.
Yeah.
Take your pick. Ask Misty, pick any dialect, pick any kind of accent.
He missed his
Oh.
calling. He should have been a stand-up comedian.
Oh, so if there's like a Russian man,
Yeah.
You
You
want to talk all kinds of crazy things?
there you go.
Remember, we have ways of making you talk.
Or if it's like Dracula.
Blah, blah. We're going to change your diet.
That's cool. That would be really neat job to do a voiceover. I always like
My
Disney-
stepson does the same thing.
Yeah.
All I could think of is I don't say blah 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 blah.
Well, it's kind of hard to say other things when you're drinking blood. Your mouth is full, so all you get is blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I was thinking I could do a live using my camera. I've got one of those motion sensitive cameras in the kitchen now. And discovered my computer isn't strong enough to stream both.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
So I can't do like a live right now and use my camera.
But you can pull up another device on panel.
Not really, because my cell phone doesn't stream very well.
That's
Why, if you notice, I don't go on panel on my cell phone.
Yeah,
So,
that's too bad.
That the delay on their cell phone is incredible. This is bad enough in the same room.
yeah.
But
Oh,
I'm
Dark,
getting
I don't put anything on Creative Commons. I just have the little statement, the disclaimer. Sometimes I'll put on, I used to, I don't anymore, but like with that story, I might put it on my about, descriptions maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, just mention in the description that the
Mhm,
story was given to you by somebody else. And
mhm,
that way it covers you.
mhm. Yeah. But it's a long one, but it's really interesting and it draws you in. And that would be a challenge for me to do a long story. So I'm up to it, Yeah.
I have all kinds of fun. I don't get no respect. The kids, you're dead.
Yeah, we got Rodney Dangerfield out in the audience now.
Wouldn't that be Scandal Dangerfield?
Hmm.
So any sign of making it this way, Carol?
What?
Any sign of ever making it this way?
Making what? Any sense? What?
Coming out towards us.
So, okay. Yesterday, the day before, I got an invite to go shooting with somebody I think you all know. Then another person, she used to do like tarot readings in a cemetery. I love her, and she does other readings too. Not tarot readings, but oracles, I think. And
Yeah.
she has other ones, but she did a live stream in a cemetery out in the middle of nowhere. She spent the night in a tent. And I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. So she invited me down to do that. So that's 2 different places, but in the South. And I told my daughter, and she said, you should totally. But it's like me driving by myself and then trying to save the money,
Yeah.
That's the 2 issues. So I got to give up Starbucks.
And corn nuts.
I don't do corn nuts anymore. I chipped a tooth. So.
Oh, no.
Joe!
Yep.
That's not good.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just have to head your way.
Yeah. I don't remember how many miles.
Where are you at roughly?
Central Iowa.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's a drive. But that's not too bad.
I've done Arizona, did 90% of the driving there, and that a long time ago drove to Alabama. A long time ago. I didn't do any of the driving, but so it's not like I'm just older and got issues.
I drove from down East Maine out to Arizona one time
Yeah.
and back. Well, there's two of us driving, but we did it, 12-hour shifts.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I
And
used,
I had a night shift.
I used to drive up from Northern Virginia to Maine and did the lion's share of the driving. And that's a 14-hour drive.
The thing is, in Florida, there's still hurricanes going on.
Yeah. Don't know what's going on this year. We've gone through our normals. We've gone through the Greek alphabet. And now we're into what? The beyond.
So I have you all beat for traveling so far. I drove all the way from Redwater, Alberta, which is north of Edmonton in Canada, all the way down to Leesburg by myself.
Oh my goodness.
And then from there to Ontario.
Oh wow.
She did have a few-day layover in Leesburg.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I used to go to Kansas City almost every other weekend, but that's 3.5 hours.
Mhm.
I mean, that was but the thing is, it's like I'm more paranoid now. I'm more like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, going into a rest area, like,
Just don't drive on the Eisenhower around Chicago.
no, I won't be going that way. Hell no.
Wait for it. Watch your face. Watch your face.
What?
I mentioned the C word.
Oh, Chicago.
No.
The one place we had trouble during the drive.
I ended up in downtown
Oh,
Chicago
no.
at 10 o'clock at night.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
see, going through the big cities, you have to, you're on the interstate or a major highway, right, and you go through the big cities, it gets kind of like, oh my God, all these exits, and you gotta like get over, and it's like, oh, that kind of frazzles me sometimes.
Yep. Well, when we go up to Maine, we would make sure that we were going through New York at about 2 in the morning when the traffic was about as light as it was going to get,
Yeah.
because that place is insane. I've been through some nasty traffic. I grew up driving in Chicago. Don't have a problem with it. But
Yeah.
There's two places I've had trouble with, and that would be Hartford, Connecticut. That where the college is, it's a one-way street, and there's only one street to get you off of that street.
there's a bunch of one-way streets around there too, isn't there?
It's weird. Every street's a one-way street going the wrong way.
I hate Jackie, I have a gun, and it's sometimes scary not to have one in America.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying, there's some places that are scary and you feel safer, but mine is because it's empowering. Say it for me.
Empowering.
For me, as a woman who has PTSD, who has been abused, to be able to handle that thing, like, like,
It takes a lot of your fear away.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
yeah, and it's my,
Security blanket.
well, not even that, it's just like, if you learned, gosh, I don't know how to, like, if you went out and learned Taekwondo and you were walking around the streets and okay, I feel good if somebody's going to come at me, I'm going to be able to get away.
Yeah.
I don't take my gun, I don't have my carry conceal license yet, but I'm just saying that if anybody does come to my house, I do have that to protect my family, but I don't know, it's just being able to handle it.
Carol, if you were
Yeah.
carrying that thing out away from the house, believe me, you need to save your money first and go get your concealed carry.
Oh,
permit.
yeah. No, I wouldn't take it anywhere
Okay,
except for locked up and to my daughters to go shoot or something like that. I
okay, all right,
never.
yeah.
Here in the U.S.,
Do I
Jack?
want?
No.
Do I want some? No, I had some today. Thank you.
Yeah, actually, Jackie, you can see that in a lot of states. Texas is very well known for open carry.
Well, I'll tell you,
Yeah.
we have a few towns where it is the law to carry a gun, and they have no crime.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
is that?
We have a few towns in the U.S. where
Yeah.
it's a law to carry a gun,
Wow.
and they have no crime.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, you
You
stop
want you can have a lot of guns pointing at you, so
you think about it, the number one deterrent when you have somebody doing a home invasion is the sound of that street cannon being cocked.
Exactly.
People hear a shotgun being cocked and they will head the other way.
If somebody's come breaking in my home and I meet them, not at the door, like if they break in and we got this law, like if they're trying to escape or they're outside, you're going to go to jail. And I tell them, you give them the warning, you will shoot, you need to leave, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Then the clocking should tell them, like, yeah, I'm not just some old lady who's playing around. You know what I mean? I never want to use that. That would be the last thing I'd ever want to do on this planet is use a gun against somebody. Not at all. But, being assaulted, abused, yada, yada, yada.
yeah.
It's just empowering to be able to handle it. It's a fun thing. Some people like to go play golf. I like to go shoot.
I used to.
Yeah, I used to.
Yeah.
In fact, I used to go shooting at the police range.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
they weren't using it, anybody could.
Yeah. I mean, they charge you here. I don't know. It's not that much, but I've never gone before and I want somebody to go with me because I don't know the routine. I don't know, like my brother said he would and my nephew, but we can't shoot in the backyard, even though anymore. A couple of nights ago, my nephew and his friends, they had some big guns. And actually my nephew has a World War II Russian big gun that goes through plates and metals. Like, he bought that. And, so we're out in the county and so we can shoot, but the freaking neighbor, there's a trail back there. Well, there's two fields, a train track that the earth goes, like the train track is clear, like way up. There's no bullets going to go through the earth that holds it, and we always shoot targets to the ground, pointing down. We're not stupid. I have grandkids. Nobody's in that field. I'm not stupid. We're shooting at the ground.
Carol, what you need to do is find out what the local ordinance is for that,
Yeah.
for where we are. As long as you have 500 feet between you and the next house or whatever, and you're not shooting at the house
Yeah.
or somewhere, where people can be, on the receiving end, then you can shoot. We have guns that go off around the clock.
We don't have any neighbors around. It's fields all the way around us, and then behind us is another field. Then there's a trail clear back there. But like I said, there's a train track. There's two, but the one between us and the other field is raised clear off the ground with earth, right? And the track. Yeah, no.
So it forms a natural barrier.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and they store boxcars on it when they're not needed. So there's usually boxcars sitting there.
Yeah.
Even better, real simple. When your neighbor comes up and fusses again, just look at her and go, okay, that's fine. Do me a favor. Tell us when you're going back there, and we'll know when to shoot.
Right.
Okay.
Right. But it's just too stressful for my mom and for me when you have cops come in and, you know, they used to, the neighbors used to call and they would say, we just got to come out. We know you are okay to shoot. And we used to call them and say, hey, we're shooting. And finally they got to the point where you can shoot. You're fine. You don't need to call us. But after this little thing, it's like, I ain't even messing with
Yeah.
it. I don't, no. It's too stressful on my mom and myself to have to deal with. Yeah.
I hear shooting around me all the time, but I'm in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same here.
I hear
But
shooting too.
if I hear after dark, I jump.
Yeah.
During the day, it doesn't bother me, but after
Right.
dark, it's at midnight, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You wonder
No,
what you're shooting at.
Right. Right.
Carol, question. This neighbor that's been fussing at you, do they have a outdoor propane tank?
What?
The neighbor that's been fussing about you shooting?
No, there's no
Do they have an outdoor propane tank?
No, nobody does anywhere close to me, but the neighbor is the front of our house, right? They're across the street. And there's lots of land for each house, right? So behind us is where we shoot, and there's nothing but fields to the side of us. We're in like a U shape, and our house is in the middle of the field. So, no.
Gotcha. Well, the only thing I was thinking was maybe the neighbor, if they've got an outdoor propane tank, you know, maybe they're being overly paranoid.
He just said, I'm just concerned because there's that trail back there that people walk. Well, come on, you can do the math on how far a bullet can shoot. Come on.
Yeah.
Maybe he can't, but I'm just saying, if something goes down in our neighborhood, don't come across the street for protection because you know I have a gun. Well, I'm joking. I would protect him, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So you just put that sign up on your door that says, excuse me, due to the rising cost of ammo, a warning shot will no longer be offered.
Yeah. I mean, it's Iowa, so things are so much stricter here than like probably down south where you guys are. It's just,
You know,
Not
we're
that-
not that far down south up here. We're just on the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
well, it's crazy.
Well, we have a sheriff's deputy living just around the corner from us now. So
Is he cool?
it seems to be.
We
That's
can
good.
buy firearms at the county fair,
Yeah.
and there's no check. I
Should we
mean,
just-
so,
Yeah. Yeah, I had to get, here in Iowa, you have to apply for it's like a permit
Mhm.
to acquire and to, so,
Don't, we got it, yeah.
no, I won't show. So I have a sign, so, you know, I can show, hey,
It's registered to you, it's all clean and. yeah.
right.
So everything's legal.
Yeah, almost definitely. And I'm in my backyard and I never go anywhere. That gun has not left my safe, only to my backyard.
Yeah.
There you go. Until the zombie apocalypse.
Until what?
Until the zombie apocalypse.
Exactly. Actually, those are the kind of video games I'm playing right now.
Oh no.
Shooting. It releases
You're
stress. It's a stressful game.
Susan.
Yeah, Gary, I gotta take and it is free, but there is a gun safety. I have to take that
Yeah.
course to get
It's
my.
what James just got.
Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness!
You cannot find a double-bladed axe in any of the stores.
Sports stores.
The brand name home improvement stores. We're not going to name names. 'cause-
not legally.
exactly. So yeah, you can't go anywhere and find it anymore.
Yeah.
You can get one that's got a head where half the head is a sledgehammer and the other half is an axe. And they use that specifically for splitting wood. But you cannot go anywhere and find a double-bladed axe anymore. So
Thanks
I
for
actually
stopping
ordered
in,
this
Dark. It was nice seeing you here.
Good night. Sleep well. Yeah.
So actually, I got it because we're clearing the lot next door, and that's one of the tools I don't have that will work. You get stuff that's too big for a machete. And then
No, Gary.
No,
He's not.
Gary, are you crazy people?
well, you don't mess with Carol, youngin.
Okay, when I was in Massachusetts and I was being stalked,
What? What?
when I lived in Massachusetts and I was being stalked, the police actually told me to shoot for anywhere but the head and make sure they fall into the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, where Misty and I are, you can actually shoot somebody on the porch.
Isn't some places like Texas, even if they come onto your land?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you could probably get away with it up here.
Well, I was in the city in Massachusetts, so
I'll put it this way. I had a couple of ways I could scare off the Jehovah's Witnesses. One was my gun. I chose the other way.
Yeah.
And when I was in Maine, I was so far out in the woods. When I was shooting, nobody knew.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Like my daughter, they're on, they have a farmhouse in the middle of nowhere, and he's got like big assault rifle kind of thingies too, and they just have, it's okay. The neighbors all have guns,
Yeah.
and you don't have to worry about somebody getting mad and pulling up on you.
Of course, that's also scary in Maine because if someone had been shooting at me, again, nobody knew.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gary, if he was going to do that, he'd use his machete, not a double-headed axe.
Although I do have a shovel and land.
Yeah.
That's funny. Like I used to be one of those where I was kind of against owning a gun, and then when I had grandkids, it was like, no. I always, when my daughter and her husband, they got rid of all their guns when they had kids, but I'm like, but it's not even like I see it so much different now.
Yeah.
And that thing is locked up in my safe, in my closet, and the whole thing's hidden. You don't even know this space is behind my clothes rack. Like you don't even know there's anything back there. So somebody looks in my shelf in my closet to my right.
Well, we all know now.
You do. But you can't even tell that it goes beyond this rack of clothes, So.
Oh, I don't think anybody's going to say anything here.
Well, no, I don't care. But it's just like that thing is locked up and nobody, there's only been 2 other people, 3 tops that's shot four. My daughter, my nephew, my brother, and my son-in-law who had shot my gun, and nobody else will. That kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Having a false wall in the closet is not necessarily a bad thing.
what?
Having a false wall in the closet is not necessarily a bad thing.
No, and and a safe and a
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
depends on who you keep behind the false wall.
Hello.
Aww. He's like, I want the loves. Oh, I love that marking on his neck back
She
there.
always wants love.
Yeah, it almost looks like a heart with another one in the middle.
Yeah.
That's
What kind is she?
She's a Ridgeback.
Yes. Does she have blue eyes?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
I
sweet.
Uh,
don't need kisses.
See, those houses you say are guarded by Smith and Wesson were guarded by Harley and Ginger.
Ow.
Oh, there's a. Oh,
Yeah.
because Mama can't just get kisses from one.
Oh,
No. My cat's on the tower for my computer looking like they're just gonna kill them both.
Oh,
Yeah, we actually have three.
I'm gonna head out real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, we actually have three dogs here.
no.
Come on, girl.
Our old girl is 13.
Oh, wow.
14. Yeah, she's a Chow and Collie cross.
Yeah.
Sheltie cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's getting there. She's
Yeah.
I had a Sheltie. Oh, I miss her.
the funny thing is she's never barked. Not
Oh,
once. The whole time we've had her.
wow.
Jasmine didn't bark either.
Mine barks all the time. He's like
Yeah.
on it.
Mark.
Yeah, you didn't look too happy with that picture that you took the one day. You posted it, and I said he looked like he was upset at you.
Yes. Well, there was one from last night. I don't know. My days running together, but anyway, I was playing and he had his head under the pillow like he was trying to drown it out.
Oh no!
So it was funny. Like, are you trying to tell me something? Are we talking
No.
about you? There's my
If you
boy.
want to see funny, I've got it on my camera. I just gotta switch it over so it can actually be viewed on the computer.
Yeah,
My cat was chasing an orb,
an orb.
and she actually chased it and fell off the table
Oh wow.
trying to catch this thing, and it actually stops. She
Oh,
landed
wow.
on the floor and it stopped
Oh
and
my
came
goodness.
back over towards her, and they kept
Stop
running
waving
around.
your arms.
Oh,
Playing.
You're moving it. No coffee,
thank
madam.
you.
Yes.
Oh, I've had 2 cups. If I have any more, I'm not gonna sleep.
Oh, I'm a coffee holic.
I already can't sleep without medicating, but yeah.
Oh, I've been staying up until like 4 in the morning and then sleeping all day.
Jackie's going. She says, good night to you all, Gary. I hope
Good
you're
night,
safe
Jackie.
together." Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny last night when Jace was talking about the K2. I've noticed since we put that camera up in the kitchen, the spirits have really been interacting more. It's like they're fully aware that camera's there.
Do you think they just,
We're seeing what that is.
Sorry? What were you saying, Carol?
oh, do you think you just notice it more? Or
No, I noticed from watching the videos back,
yeah.
they're actually, it's almost like they're trying to knock the camera out. Because if you notice, there's like spots where it really flickers
Yeah.
or it'll go like blank
Yeah.
and stuff. And you can see the orbs coming right at the camera.
Yeah, you can.
There's what the heck? There's this, I saw it on my, so you know those cameras they put in like to watch deer or people used on their farms, right? Whatever
Yeah.
those are. There was one, I want to find it to show you. And it was a deer right? And it's at night, right? And there's a deer, and then the deer looks, and there's this white apparition-y, but you could tell it's a man walking.
Yeah.
And then the deer looks over like that.
Yeah, like it sees it.
Yeah, and it reminded me like your area, like a soldier kind of thing.
Yeah. That area that I was telling you about where the soldier walks right out on the road and looks just like a person, like you'd swear you're going to hit it.
Yeah.
That whole area is up for sale now.
Wow.
They listed it last week.
Is there a house on it or just air?
No,
just
it's
land?
just land.
Wow. Man, I wish I had could win the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like, I don't know if it's actually buildable,
Oh, really?
but yeah.
Do you have a lot of rocky land? Rocky land?
Here,
Like, if you dig, do you guys have basements? Can you dig basements?
we have sort of a basement here, but not. I think some people have them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it just depends. So,
Man, I really wish I could.
Gary.
Huh?
Oh, Gary just said my mind goes blank, Misty.
Mine does that all the time.
Yeah.
Words don't happen for me a lot. The ones I'm trying to think of.
No, I find that when I get really tired. Or the certain meds they try and put me on.
Oh. Yep.
But, yeah, I've noticed a definite difference. Like stuff moving in the drawer. Like if I'm doing dishes, they'll open the drawer for my silverware.
Mm.
It's almost like, okay, it goes here. And then once I close it, once everything's in there, it'll stay closed. But I keep opening it up if I've got dishes that I need to put away.
Yeah, like the only thing I can say that like that happens is this closet right here.
Mm,
This one that you can. I haven't been in this closet for I don't know how long, and it's ajar.
yeah.
Sometimes it's open more, but like that's been open. Like I'll come up and it's open. It's like, and so our
That's the one. If I remember right, a while ago, you were on live like you are right now, and whatever way you had it positioned, you could actually see that door, and it actually opened up.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like it sounds familiar. Like I was, because somebody else, Tamara said that. Tamara had said something about that not long ago, but
I saw that happen.
tried to go to, because okay, so our house is very tall. It's an old farmhouse, 5-bedroom. And so if you go down, you know how you think, well, you open a door and the pressure from opening door. The doors are so far away from my bedroom. It's ridiculous. It would never happen. And the stair, like the ceilings are those 12 feet ceilings. So
Yeah, it shouldn't.
so the stairs are, there's 16 or 18 stairs to get from downstairs to upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to see, it's not like, okay, there's one flight of stairs or 2 flight of stairs. One flight of stairs, you could think, okay, maybe the air pressure would change. I don't know. I never say something's paranormal or not, but I just always think that's kind of weird, you know?
Yeah, I personally, I wouldn't think it would be the pressure.
No, I know it's
Not
not.
on a closet door like that.
I tried opening each door and
Mhm.
I don't know.
What's your humidity like up there normally?
Summertime it can get really, really humid, and then wintertime it's so dry. But
When there's more of the door opening.
there's never a certain time of year.
Okay, so it's not more prevalent one time of the year than another.
No,
Okay. I was saying,
Yeah.
the other thing is especially with the older houses where you've got like solid core doors, it's not uncommon for the heat and humidity to cause the door to swell, and windows too,
Yes.
cause them to swell or shrink.
Yeah. So true. So true. And so the house has settled so much, it's ridiculous. So my door won't even latch.
Mm-hmm.
This door, you can shut it and it'll stay shut, but it won't latch. Like you can pull the door. You don't have to turn and pull. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But it won't go anywhere. Like I've lived in this. Yeah. I mean, I was born in this house, so it's like
Oh, wow.
I know. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
that's the only thing.
Unusual.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I know I have my dad's ashes here and my sister's ashes here. And then before we bought the house, we bought it off the original owner. He built it for his daughters. And one of the ladies died in this room, in my mom's room. But that's the only history of any kind of,
Yeah, that's awesome. Like we're still trying to find the history on this place.
Oh, really?
Like on the area.
Wow.
It's close enough to one of the Civil War battle sites. Well, multiple battle sites. It was fought over several times. And based on the lay of land and where it is in relationship to the river that flows towards where that battlefield is, I'm 90% certain that this area was at one point an encampment for the Confederacy. May have been briefly for the North, the Union, but I'm 99.9% sure that it was at least used once for the Confederacy. Because that's
Wow.
the soldiers that my son and that Susan received have all been gray coated.
No.
I'm sure you guys know this too, just because, you have places that were prison camps at that time, but not all places are known. They were like temporary holding places that might have been for a couple of months.
Well, we think this area was like a staging area
Yeah.
because it's actually not that far from the one battleground. It's like 5 minutes.
Right. So you could have doctor tents and all kinds of trauma
Geographically, it would have been nothing for them to have woken up in the morning, assembled the troops, and marched on either one of the two battlefields that were in this area.
Right.
Yeah, Gary, everything seems to happen here from 11 o'clock until about 4 around here. And I've noticed there's a correlation. There's 3 orbs that travel together that are shown on my camera just about every night. And Jason said something, well, do you think it might be soldiers that are actually patrolling? Because they'll come through one direction and then you'll see them go through about half an hour later and go back out my back door. Like they're following the same path all the time.
Kind of like a residual
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to know something weird?
What?
My daughter and my son was going through some of my mother's things.
Yeah.
And she found my daughter found one of her CFC things, little books, and they started naming off names and stuff like this. And she said, I don't know who this picture is. She turned it around and my son says, I don't have a clue either. Guess who it was?
Who?
Give you one guess and I'll guarantee you'll guess it right.
Mosby?
No, I'm joking.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
No kidding. So he is recognized through the Children of the Confederacy.
Wow.
Sweet.
Wow.
And I told her who it was, and I was like, I did a video on him.
No.
And if for anybody who hasn't seen it, it's a damn good video too.
Yeah, you
I
should be
tried.
proud of that.
I tried
Yeah.
anyway.
No, there wasn't no trying, dude. You nailed that one out the park.
Well, it took a lot of fighting back and forth between me and that freaking editor. Put it in, take it out. Put it in, take it out. Put it in, take it out because it didn't look right.
Wait a minute. Where's Gary?
And then it just all of a sudden,
Yeah, Gary's here.
We're waiting for
It's
the
just
smart
like-
comments.
it's just like I kept putting this one piece in and taking it out, and I bet I did it 15, 20 times
Yeah.
because it didn't look right. And I was like, well, evidently it's supposed to be there because I ain't, when I take it out, it don't look right. When I put it in there, it don't look right. So I said, well, the heck with it, I'm gonna leave it. So I left it, and then and when I watched it back after I got done with it, everything flowed like it was supposed to. And I was like, well, I guess it was supposed to be there then.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's an amazing video. It really is.
I love putting videos together.
Well, because of his video, I got information I needed to help some of them pass over.
Yeah.
So,
And Sheriff, next time this thing over here goes to do one of her videos, I'll record it. You think you were having fun?
Right.
You should hear some of the words that come out of her mouth.
uh-huh.
I didn't know
Yeah,
people
well,
look like that.
I get those 900 words to make one cuss word.
Yeah,
That's a southern thing.
yeah. Since I tried to, well, number one, the video camera that I bought, did you know that security cameras do not record in MP4?
Oh, you're kidding.
I'm not kidding. It's V26 something. Is
Well,
what
it should at least give the option as either a MP4 or a WMP. You know what I'm
I
saying?
have to download an app and I have to redo each file.
Oh, that's crazy.
Tell him correctly. How many apps did you download?
2 different app load before I found one that would do it right. And
And that's crazy because Filmora usually carries just about all the, all the film stuff. So
I
that's
tried
what's crazy
putting it
about
directly into Filmora and it wouldn't even recognize it.
Wow.
The camera records in 3-minute and 14-second intervals.
Huh.
So you can imagine over a 5-hour period how many files.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
That's like some of your cheaper made GoPro type cameras.
Mm-hmm.
They work on a every 3-minute or every 10-minute cycle.
Now,
If you do that, you're going to have a dadgum file folder that's full of nothing but those just snippets. Basically, is the way I look at it. Well, what I've
what I
learned to
gotta
do,
do, I've got to transpose it and then I got to put it into Filmora and connect them all.
well, what I've learned to do is I've cut that off on my cameras.
Yeah.
So it's a continual film unless I cut it off.
I don't think so, Gary.
What's Countdown, Gary?
Never
Have you
heard.
watched that movie?
That's
No, Jason's gonna look it up. But yeah, that's the biggest challenge. But I do have ideas on how to use it because I can mount it to my tripod.
Right.
The only thing is it's got to be plugged in. It's got to have constant power. But I'm thinking I could put it on my tripod when I do an EVP session outside, record with my regular camera and that one.
Yeah, and then you'd have night vision. So
Yeah. Oh, it's got amazing night vision.
I saw the trailer for this.
I would love
Yeah, basically,
night vision.
a nurse downloads an app that counts down the time until somebody dies. And then it tells her that she's got 3 days to live. And
Nice.
it's about what she goes through. Yeah, I remember this is a cool trailer.
Yeah, Gary, Jason likes movies.
I was raised for TV.
God.
Me and a friend of mine are actually working on a horror flick.
Oh, cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, do tell more.
There's nothing to tell. You know, it's people want to be paid for it, and it's you. And I'm like, we're working with a zero budget here. How are we supposed to pay you?
Right.
Tell him it's on a
Why?
volunteer basis.
I would do a volunteer in a heartbeat.
I would.
I smell skunk. My dog's gonna wake up here in a minute, freak out.
Somebody here doesn't like skunks.
But we've got 2 people that have been there throughout the whole process of us trying to get people and stuff like that. We had this one girl that was actually doing it, and we were doing all the footage and everything, and we were getting ready to record another scene with her, and she comes up and she has chopped her hair off. So all the footage we had to go to the trash pile.
What was she thinking? That you're just gonna get her a wig or something?
That's what I was just going to say. You should have just got her a wig.
Well, that find a way to work a haircut into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is, you know, my buddy's got all the script and everything written out, and how each scene should go. And when she done that, it just ruined the whole thing,
Oh,
Yeah.
because there was no possible way to write well, she just got a haircut today, and you know, it just wouldn't happen. It didn't look right.
oh. Now,
But
did you
I had-
have that on a football game?
We actually had the 2 kids that were playing the 2 main character parts. It is that I did the breakdown and put all the video together. Well, my buddy did the same thing, and he says, "Dang, if I don't like yours a little bit better." Well, see, when she was going to reach for this certain item, I made it, instead of the camera following her like what he did with the camera, I cut it and it split it up just perfect to where it went from her reaching down to showing her hand on top of the mask and picking it up.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
See, you can
So-
make a killing doing editing.
Yeah, well,
You're good at it.
I'm not that great at it. I can hold my own.
Hope you just smelled the skunk.
Oh, no.
Why don't you tell everybody your skunk story?
No, that's okay.
Gary, at the moment, it is called the Campfire Murders.
Oh, wow.
And some of the people that were going to be in the movie are actual wrestlers, so they could actually do fight scenes and make it look realistic.
Oh, nice.
Former.
That or become a director.
Sure.
And that, yeah,
Current or former?
do what?
Are they current wrestlers or former wrestlers?
They're current indie wrestlers.
Really?
They're friends of ours that's wrestled at our show and you know throughout the southeast here.
That could be cool.
I don't know what my dogs are barking at now.
But we've actually done filming in the battlefield to get the scenery.
Oh, cool. I'd be checking that footage. There might be something that shows up, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I've told him that, and he don't believe in that mess. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might see John.
Depends on
He's actually got all the old footage. So if any still exists, because I know he was putting it on thumb drives and stuff. I said, why don't you get you a dadgum terabyte external hard drive and put everything on it that has to do with the movie?
That's what I'm thinking about doing for my pictures and stuff.
That's so it's crazy that he won't do it. He said, "Well, I got a 2 terabyte hard drive." I said, "That don't matter." I said, "You start doing movie stuff, and it'll take that up in a heartbeat."
Yeah.
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 Somebody discovered that about her
Cameras.
Well, it's like my buddy. He bought a computer, had it custom built. It cost him $3,000 to have it custom built the way he wanted it. And all he does is record music on it. Well, he had a 3 terabyte hard drive on it. And he noticed that it was starting to run out of room. So he took all the music stuff and put it on terabyte external hard drive. So now he's got every bit of his music stacked up in these external hard
Eating,
drives.
Carol.
Powdered donuts, the mini ones.
Uh-huh.
So good.
my own part.
But yeah, I mean it's wild because he does all the band's recordings because he has a soundproof room that they can actually sing in, and then when you do the music, you're just plugged straight into it anyway.
Oh, nice.
So they've got jacks that come out of their amps, right out of their amps and straight into the soundboard that goes straight into the computer. So it's all right there.
I would love to have a quiet room so I can record in. That would be nice.
I mean, that room is dead. It is dead. You're like, I'm going to smother in here. It's so dead.
Yeah. Silence, complete silence can be so loud. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
I
wild.
know here it's always there's something going on between the animals and whatever.
It's
But
wild. Because you
I
can
think
get
I would
in
go
there-
crazy if I didn't have that.
Yeah.
You can get in that room and actually have your headphones up too loud and the mic will pick it up. That's how dead it is in there.
Wow.
That's how I do it. Hello, Clarice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we love doing all that craziness.
Well, I killed
I
him.
mean, really,
Nice, Sheriff.
you can't tell. We like doing all that craziness right there.
It's spooky.
I thought it was my Hannibal invitation.
Yeah, they didn't do a whole lot in the way of Halloween decorating up here where we are.
It's kind of a bummer.
There's kids across the street.
Yeah.
Oh, we had Halloween this year?
Apparently, we actually had kids going door to door, if you can believe it, after them posting that they were canceling Halloween.
That's a whole different thing.
No. But I think it was ones that had privately set up for the kids to come around. But and I discovered we have quite a pagan community up here on the mountain.
You have a pagan community?
Apparently, yeah,
Oh.
on the top of the mountain. So it should be interesting getting to know some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find that picture. I don't know if, or that cam footage. I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but it was pretty spooky.
Yeah, you just, Carol,
Yeah.
not to freak you out, but you just had an orb go from one corner of your screen out the window or whatever it is there.
That way?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. The closet's that way.
Yeah, it just went, I saw it go in front of it went underneath that black sign and then across the curtain or whatever it is there beside you
Really?
towards the closet.
That's weird.
Really?
That's weird. Huh. I'll have to watch. Keep an eye.
Yeah, after what I did to Sheriff during his live stream, I've been kind of careful about what I say.
What'd you do?
Sheriff, you want to tell her what I did to you?
Well, she just told me that there was somebody behind me,
Uh-huh.
but that was before. I daggum spun around and was ready to fight.
Yeah.
Did you see?
They're gonna make a snide remark, and I'm gonna turn around when it's on.
Gary says he saw it earlier.
No, I actually sat there and was looking.
I saw another one while you were telling her.
I sat there. Of course, I've got a handheld light that's pretty bright that she's got a good beam where you can see far off instead of everything up close. So I kept looking and trying to find whatever was standing beside me or behind me. Never saw that, but there was something at the back of the woods.
Oh wow.
I just read that. Did you see that, Beth?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think
But-
that was actually your first introduction to Mr. Mosby, wasn't it, Sheriff?
Yeah, probably. I think probably so.
Yeah.
There's a
one
good reason
good
for
thing
that.
about it is I didn't feel uneasy until it made the snide remark. Then I got uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah, I
that's
don't
when
think that was Mr. Mosby, though, that did that.
and then that's when I got amped up, ready to fight. And Beth and Mary both hollering at me, "No, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it."
Yeah.
Because what are you going to fight, air? Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, I don't know. I think it would have been entertaining.
It would have been interesting.
Yeah, being interesting to see me get thrown around.
Everybody was sheriffing.
Uh-huh. God. I wonder if I tried it on DLive if it would stream properly. Putting up the video. Probably not, because it still take the same amount off my computer.
What's it say? How I do read with you guys?
Yeah. And you're on a cell phone, Gary, and you managed to see it? Wow.
To get the skunk bubbas. You don't smell, so we're all good.
Oh, I'm taking part in a college experiment.
Oh, cool. What kind of experiment?
No. It's a social experiment.
Ooh,
Nice, Gary. And you didn't offer to share.
that
Hmm.
stuff does not work for me. I can't even tell. But it works on my dog. It calms my dog down. That's really good.
I just ate a gummy.
I don't find they work all that well for me.
You gotta have I would want to go somewhere like Colorado. They have a lot of experience.
These are the ones that I got, and they don't seem to work all that great. I end up taking like 2 or 3 of them.
Is it just CBD though?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Like I want to go to Colorado where these educated growers are and say, okay, this is what I have to have. This is what I absolutely can't have because I can't have any stimulus, anything. Coffee is, that's it.
Uh-huh.
Dead Bubba got hurt.
What kind of dog is that?
Huh?
What kind of dog?
He is Lab Pit.
Oh,
He's my rescue
Gorgeous.
dog. He's my emotional support bubba. Like I can be really bad and in bed all day. He won't leave my side. Like, to go out or to whatever. And there's been times where he loves it when the grandkids, but like if I have a migraine or whatever, he'll just stay up here with me.
is he fixed?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got him from the Animal Rescue League. I adopted him from the Animal Rescue League, and
See, that's what
So-
we want to do with Harley is breed her to provide companion dogs.
Yeah.
Disposition and everything about her is absolutely perfect for either special needs kids or for returning military who are having trouble adjusting back to civilian life.
Yep.
If we could find the right lab, male lab,
Yeah.
I haven't even entertained other dogs, but she's half American Bulldog, half Shar Pei. And you saw her when she popped up on the side of Susan, which looks like a boxer. The only time you see the Shar Pei is when she's thinking the entire time for her head working up like a brain. But other than that, you don't see any of the extra skin, and she's so gentle.
Yeah.
Hard as a whip, a little stubborn,
Yeah.
but But
My
she's
dog, we have
perfect.
the same issues, so we get along. We understand each other, So it's hard because he's, it's just hard sometimes. Like he's so much stronger than me. So when we go for walks and whatnot, but we get each other. We have an understanding. But he is.
That's why when we go for walks, I take Harley and Susan takes Ginger. Harley
Yeah, I
drags
can't
her
walk
all over
Harley.
the place.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, okay, we pass a dog and I know it's going to be,
Mm-hmm.
he loves men because our house is full of women. So he loves men. And so usually when we pass a man on the bike trail that's walking, he has to go over to him.
Yeah. Who knows? He might pick you another husband.
No.
Tell you something. Don't knock the way dogs pick things. Our original, the one that's in the photo in the background behind Susan's head here,
Yeah, our Malamute.
was our second rescue dog. And he was a kitten rescue. He found, before he passed, 7 kittens around this property. And the smallest of them, which was the one that somebody dumped up here, we ended up taking.
Yeah.
And to this day, she's almost 6.5 years old.
Yeah.
And still only weighs about 4.5 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She's my littlest girl.
Yeah.
And you want to talk about living in a house full of women. My wife, all 3 dogs are female. The cat's a female. God only knows how many of the fish in the fish tank are female.
Oh.
My son and I live in the estrogen ocean.
Well,
Uh-huh.
I gotta say I like male dogs better. Nothing against female dogs, nothing at all. It's just like I just like the male dogs better, but they do have this more kind of. It's not really a dominance thing because females can be dominant, but they have this especially you don't get them fixed, but he was fixed as a 5-month-old, but they have this little attitude that, I mean, anybody else
Yeah.
that you can tell the difference in a kind of a, this is what he does. Does your guys' dogs do this? No, you're not getting that. Okay. So watch, I'm going to pet him. You see, watch his arm. It's always got to be on top.
Yeah, ours do that. That, or they'll push your arm over to where they want to get scratched.
Somebody told me that's a dominance thing. He's trying to be dominant, but I think it's just, okay, my belly's underneath my arm, or it's like a thing where it might be just saying, hey, I want my arm. I don't know, but they try to tell me, oh, he's trying to show you dominance. I'm like, dude, I'm not worried for one, because he knows who the boss is. But when you do walk, they say, you got to make sure your dog walks beside you, because if they walk in front of you, they're leading you. That's exactly what it does. But he's excited. He's very excitable. You know what I mean? And he just wants to get to this place and that place. But I have no problems with him listening to me. Well, he gets tunnel vision, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
being a good dog, or, like he would never. Yeah, yeah. All I heard was crickets.
Oh, I said he should have shared, and he said that he did, but all he heard was crickets.
Oh, jeez.
I had a dog that really, really amazed me one day, and that was my Sheltie. That was Jasmine. I took her out for a walk. Now, it had been several years since my dad had passed away.
Yeah.
And I wasn't living too far away from the cemetery. Well, we were having a blizzard. She hated blizzards. She absolutely hated them, but she had to go out. Well, this day, she just kept going. And I'm like, Jasmine, what are you doing? You hate the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she led me straight to the cemetery. And I'm like, where are you going? But something told me, just let her lead. Now, we were having a whiteout blizzard. It was that bad. And she had never, ever been in that cemetery, let alone know where my dad's grave was. But she led me straight to his grave.
Oh, wow.
Oh, immediately straight to his grave.
Wow.
I don't know how many graves I walked over because it was so snowy, but and then I turned around to leave. And actually that day, I feel, is when I finally accepted his passing. It was like she knew,
Yeah.
she knew that, it was time. And then, I started getting cold. So I turned around and I couldn't see anything to get out of there. And I just looked down there and I'm like, well, Jasmine, you got us in here. You got to get us out. She let us right back out. It's like, wow. That was just, I mean, we had a moment at my dad's gravesite,
Mm-hmm. Well, animals have a way of knowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was just so weird. She went right to his stone and stopped. Now, I couldn't have found that on my own without the snow because I had a nervous breakdown at the graveside. So I didn't remember where it was anyhow. I had a really bad breakdown, actually. I remember walking up to the site, and next thing I knew, I was sitting back in the limo with the limo driver right there beside me. He was watching me.
What kind of dog do you have, Gary?
My dog does too. It's not so cold out. He loves running and eating it. at first, like the first couple months of it, but I think he gets tired of it after towards the end of winter. But
I don't blame the Sheltie at all. I mean, they have short little legs. Her belly was in the snow. That had to be cold.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't get enough snow that lasts here.
I couldn't find it, but you guys have seen this one before with this little girl.
Yeah.
That always has freaked me out. I mean, it could have been doctored, it could have been whatever, but that's always kind of like freaked me out a little bit. But yeah, I can't find it, darn it.
Yeah, weirder things have happened.
I'll tell you. Shoot, what's his name?
Chocolate Lab. Oh, it's in his icon. Yeah.
Chills.
Okay.
Twix.
Chills comes up with a lot of videos that are really.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what my camera would pick up outside with it having the night vision and stuff.
Oh,
That
yeah.
video camera.
Yes, please.
Do you really want to see the neighbors frolicking on our lot?
No, I don't want to see the neighbors frolicking on our lot.
Hey, I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Might have an answer.
I haven't been able to talk to too many people and get answers what they think it is, but okay. So I'm in Iowa, right? And we have major interstates. And on one major interstate, I'm heading to my daughter's house, and 12 in a row. See that it was heavily. We've seen a lot of undercover, a lot of state patrols, right?
Mm-hmm.
But all of a sudden, this freaking caravan of what looked to be old police cars and maybe some old, whatever. Did anybody remember Mad Max with Thunderdome?
Yeah.
Remember how those cars were made so that they were just like riot proof, right?
Modified. Yeah.
These cars were kind of like that.
Sorry, Gary.
These big long metal plates that went from the back tire all the way to the front tire, so nobody could slash tires or whatever.
Riot control.
They weren't marked. They had the long antennas. They
That
weren't
sounds like riot control.
but it was
Yeah.
but it didn't look like official. It almost looked like one guy, they didn't have uniforms, because I remember one guy who was bald, he was on his phone leaning over like that, and me and my youngest daughter were like, what? This is freaking spooky. Anybody ever seen that shit before?
Jason's going to look it up on the computer. I did in Canada.
I have a suspicion. How recent was this, Carol?
And it was after elections, but it was before we found out, got the news, Biden,
Who it
right?
was.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, we still don't have the official news, but
Right. You know what I mean? They were still
Yeah.
Right.
Where are you at now?
Iowa, the central Iowa.
Okay, so closer to Des Moines.
Yeah. And I can private chat you and tell you the interstate.
Don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, there you go.
You are south of Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota is known as one of the states that have a lot of militia groups.
Have what?
A lot of militia groups.
Oh,
A lot of the militia groups were supporters of a certain side of the election
yeah.
and were also being entreated to riot.
Oh, wow.
So I would be willing to bet what you saw was a group of moving, showing their muscle.
Yeah. And I'm sure they were coming through my state and because they were going west.
Like I
So
said,
maybe they were just moving through.
Yeah, I think so because nothing's really happened here. I mean, besides your mild protest, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, not like what they were expecting.
No, I was just like, oh my god, is it the apocalypse? This Mad Max cars driving by, and I was trying to explain it to my daughter, and I couldn't remember the movie and how to explain it. And then I looked it up, and it's like, oh yeah, kind of like Mad Max, like those cars.
Yeah, well, remember, excuse me, sorry about all the coughing, a little something caught. Remember there was that one group not that long ago that was trying to plot to capture the governor of Michigan.
What?
Yeah, there was a group that got caught that was trying to arrange to capture the governor of Michigan. As
Wow.
it sounds. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Beth and Gary. You guys.
Uh-huh.
well, he had to make sure he said women at the end of that.
Love the picture that's up on your thing, Beth. I just realized it's a girl sitting in old-fashioned clothes with her legs crossed.
It's me.
Showing
you?
a little too much leg there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when I went to Arizona. I'm showing a little too much leg. I'm not like
Did you see this last one Gary put up there?
Oh.
TMI.
Now they got a better look at that picture. Yeah.
You ain't heard TMI.
He gets a better look at the picture and he says that. Yeah, that was in Tombstone.
That's
Yeah.
awesome picture of you.
Mad Max Beyond
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome, and with Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's amazing. You don't realize until people come up in the news and stuff just how long it's been.
Mhm.
And just remember, two men enter, one man leaves.
Uh-huh.
I wish I had not lost all the pictures that I'd taken in Tombstone. Because I had paranormal activity in my pictures.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Especially in the Birdcage Theater.
Oh, I bet. All the history that went on there.
And it's amazing the amount of bullet holes in that building.
Oh, really?
All the what?
Bullet holes.
Well, think about it. That's how back in the day they used to applause.
Yeah.
You know, you get somebody who was excited about stuff, and they'd pull their 6-shooter and
Yeah, it wasn't
there off
applause.
in the ceiling.
That was not applause.
No, that was something else.
Yeah, there was a lot in the ceiling, but there's a lot in other places too.
Yeah.
I can just imagine all the DNA they would find in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You having problems?
And I went to one of the booths that the tour guide told us not to go in there. I'm savage. I was there by myself because the guy I was with, he just wanted to sit in the bar.
What a poopin'.
See,
So I just wandered the place by myself.
that's
Anyhow,
what I would go in with you on.
What, Tombstone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tombstone, I'm going to wander in with you.
I want to go to the asylum to do one of their haunted walk things. He says he'll wait in the car
Yep.
for 8 hours. He will wait in the car rather than go in.
oh come on.
Your asylum?
Listen,
The asylum that's here in West Virginia.
Look up Trans-Allegheny
Oh yeah,
Asylum.
yep, I know that one.
Okay. Read the history on the place.
Yeah,
Oh, I know all about it.
You'll understand why I am going to.
You know
well,
what?
that's a well-known asylum, so we know.
Yeah.
Oh,
But when I was in
that.
Kentucky, I was 20 minutes away from Waverly Hills.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'd love to go
The
there
first
too.
opening they had for a ghost hunt, because we were all going to go, was November the 1st, and we'd been gone. We would have been gone before then.
Yeah, you had to book those things ahead.
Yeah, I'd want to go into places like that, but I don't want to go by myself.
I
like
wouldn't
to
go
have a
by
group.
myself because, well, I shouldn't,
No.
just because it's dangerous for me walking to begin with.
Well, listen, I don't mind going into something like that because if you rent the place out, the place is guarded, locked up. So if you rent the place out, nobody else is going to be in there except maybe like a security, and he's not going to be sneaking.
Yeah.
I have no problem doing that. It's if I think somebody else might be around. People scare me. I don't
Yeah.
do. Spirits don't, people do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also got to remember the people not being around. That's fine. People being around. That's fine. You know about people because you can see people. You can read people right off the get-go. Not a problem. Some of the spirits that are tied to that place. Think of the torture that went on.
Yeah.
Okay, they are absolutely mad spirits.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean mad as in pissed off. I mean mad as in twisted around an axle 6,009 times.
Yeah.
And all it takes is for one of them to latch on if you're not prepared for dealing with it.
Yeah.
And then you got problems.
Most definitely. I mean,
So that-
I would
That's
never
why
go-
you prepare yourself. You go into these places with respect and love,
Mhm.
Yeah.
prayer. There is prep.
Hmm.
Protection.
And make sure you got a dampening field waiting for you in the car.
Yeah.
have what, a Bud Light waiting for you in the car?
A dampening field.
What,
That's,
a shot of tequila? No.
no, you explain it.
Xanax.
Jason is like a natural barrier buffer type thing.
I am too. I've got I don't know, somebody said it was a spirit guide, said it was guardian angel, but one of the prime things that they do is protect me from things like that, because I feel, and the pictures in my head, everything.
Yeah.
I've learned over the years to ground from getting tired, but the emotional, that is like, there's been live investigations where I started crying because it was just overwhelming, the feeling.
Yeah.
But
that happens to me.
but as far as I'm not stupid. I've done a lot of studying on natives. Do you see that?
Something just went across your screen.
That. Anyway, like I've done, like, I don't talk about, but the demonology, things like that. Like, I'm not stupid, and I don't go into anything, and I don't think that, oh, you can just walk in, you're just fine. That kind of things. Like, I've got this whole area full of it's the ones that go in and not what Beth says, respect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if there's a negative spirit that's had a really hard life and he's just mean,
Yeah.
they
show understanding.
they can sense that out. They can be like hovering, right? And they see this group of people, boom, red light to this asshole guy who thinks that, oh, you know, this shit ain't real, and oh yeah, you come out and shit. You know what I mean? Boom, dude, you're asking for it. But
When
then
you think of all the activity around my house, can you imagine what would happen if somebody did that?
yeah. But also, there's the ones who can tell the timid person who's
Yeah.
scared and like, oh, you're
Yeah.
easy, you're gonna be easy,
Yeah.
and pick on.
Yeah, I just gotta go boo to you, and there's my
Yeah.
phone.
You're going to run.
It's just like I go in and I can feel antique stores are overwhelming, but I love it because I get pictures in my head of there's this old stove. I get a picture in my head of the grandma who's,
That happens with me, especially with jewelry.
oh yes,
I'll be looking at necklaces or something and I'll get like a visual.
old
sort of thing.
dresses.
Yeah.
All I can see the dancing and the it's I love it. I love going to the antique stores. I
There's one down here, they're actually closing. The building's up for sale because they haven't made enough money to keep it going.
we have one. It's freaking huge, and me and my oldest spent 3 hours and still didn't get through it. Like that's my favorite place to go. And I bought many things there, and you go in and it's just like you're in another world, and I just love it. And I just like because they each it's a state, so there's Arizona Avenue, because you don't want to get lost, right? It's freaking huge ass building, like bigger than it's awesome. So I'll start at one end. That's my routine. In every section, but every aisle, it's almost like you're in a different decade, a different time of life, a different century, a different I love it. Love it. In fact, the last purchase was this chair that I got for my desk that I just refinished. I love it. I can go on. I actually did a private Zoom with 3 other of my friends, and they loved it. I'm like, you guys are going to be bored. We gonna go to the antique store? And I spent hours there. I'm like, oh my God, go back to that doll. And they were like, because they're like, feel like, and I'm like, yes, that doll. Everything's got a history, and I can feel it. Buildings, trees, animals. Forget it. Animals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have lived within walking distance of so many antique stores, and I've never been in one.
Oh, Beth.
You gotta go.
I would love to. I know
Uh-huh.
Glenn won't bring me into one. He already knows I'd be dangerous. So.
Well, tell you what, when you get feeling better, you let me know and we'll come up and we'll spend the day and
Cool.
go do some stuff.
Oh, so jealous, man. Nobody's around here. Nobody's around Iowa.
Beth is the only one that's close to me.
Like I have a friend who is,
Marissa and Roma are.
huh?
Sorry?
Marissa and Roma are closer to you.
Really?
Yeah. They're in Virginia.
Mm.
I thought they were up. Oh,
Whereabouts in Virginia? Roughly.
That's a good question.
Anywhere near Leesburg area? Like DC?
Let me look here.
I keep hearing back and thinking,
I want coffee so bad.
yeah, I got told I'm supposed to cut back on my coffee. Not going to happen.
Did your doctor say that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And other things.
Yeah.
Can you just add more creamer? That's what I would do.
Interesting discussion about that.
Yeah. It's not going to happen. I'm addicted. Same as the cigarettes.
Yeah, I mean, that's Dr. Pepper, coffee, and junk food, like sweets,
Hmm.
bakery, candy. Those are my weaknesses.
You're fine, Gary. We're talking about thrift stores and
You talk to your
flea
son.
markets.
I don't know where Reston is.
Oh, Reston?
Yeah.
Reston is where I work.
Reston is where Jason's office is. Wow. It's actually not that
Here
far.
they are. What?
It's not that far.
So, Misty, how far? Okay, you live on a mountain, right?
Yes.
So how? Okay, so you're in town, right? Or
No,
whatever.
we're out of town.
Right, but
We're
like
outside of town.
say you go shopping and you're in town, right?
Mhm.
If you drive to your house, like how far up? Like I don't know if you can really answer that, but like is it like
From town to our house is what, about 10 minutes, roughly?
Yeah, more like 15.
so like how steep of this mountain is it? Like
You go part way up and then we're kind of down towards the bottom again.
oh,
Yeah, we're closer to the river than we are at the top of the mountain.
But we are high enough
Yeah,
away from the river where you'd have to have a Noah-esque flood to reach
Yeah.
us.
like we're clear from the floods, but we're
If you were trying to do it topographically, we're somewhere between a quarter to a third of the way up.
yeah.
because I was just thinking like some mountain drives that I've seen. It's just like okay. Like I'm picturing really skinny gravel roads, and you have to have a
It's paved. To come to our place, it's paved.
Yeah.
Depending on how you go. Do you have MapQuest?
I have Google.
That's fine.
Okay, I'll put it in, and you can check it. Private.
In private chat?
Mhm.
They live in a well-known area.
Yeah. Very well known.
In the paranormal community, it's definitely a well-known area.
Yeah. The funny thing is, one of the places we've been looking at potentially purchasing is Salem, West Virginia. It keeps popping up every time we go looking.
Really?
Yeah. I still like that one property we looked at with the cemetery. That was cool.
We got screwed out of that one.
Yeah, we did get kind of messed on that one.
No, we no mess on that. We got screwed. Why-
14 hours, 17 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you, okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting area.
Okay.
Like, have you guys heard about the movie that was done on Shepherdstown Hauntings?
My freaking favorite, and then I lost the Travel Channel and I couldn't watch it anymore for the second
That
season.
is half an hour from us.
20, 25 minutes.
And 25 minutes from us.
I wish I could find that.
Come down and I'll take you there, girl.
Well, I mean, like that too, but like the
Well, do you remember the bake shop that they showed?
the what?
The bakery
Yes.
that they talked about, the sweet shop?
Yeah. And
We
the
actually went in there and ate.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And they've got like 3 or 4 different little museums and stuff there.
What was it called? Shepherd's what?
Shepherdstown.
Shepherdstown. I'm wondering where I could go to watch season 2
Yeah, I'm not sure.
for free. Everything costs. I mean,
Hulu might.
you go to Travel Channel probably, but you have to pay. Did you remember the one with the witch? They went out into like the woods by the river, and then they saw that rock with the upside down cross, and then he got something attached to him, and she saged him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was so disappointed. Yeah, we don't have Travel Channel anymore, and all the good shows are on Travel Channel. I'm so disappointed. So disappointed.
Yeah, like if you look on the Google and look up battlegrounds for this area, we basically are living on it.
Close.
Yeah.
Man, you're pretty close to the border, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, see, it's funny because one side of the mountain belongs to us. The other side of the mountain belongs to the other state.
Yeah.
And the river, oh, that'd be so nice to live that close.
Yeah. Like we're on the pinnacle, I think, of 3 states or 4.
3.
There's Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia.
Wow, that's so cool.
Hey, Sammy.
Hey, Sammy. I haven't seen you around. I've not seen you for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's a lot to do around here.
Yeah.
It's just getting out to do it. And with everything the way it is, it's kind of hard. Like there's actually houses that are for rent, Carol, for vacation. That
Wow.
were part of the battle area.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I need to win the lottery.
If you want a really good one, as far as looking at a place to go, you're not going to get in there right now. But look up Hilltop House.
Hilltop House?
Hilltop
Yeah.
House in Harper's Ferry.
Oh, that's well known too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually talking about redoing it and opening it again.
Problem is right now there's a whole huge thing going on between the local government and the state government.
Yeah. God.
Why are you going to Nashville?
Why?
What?
No, it's got to be a reason.
Sammy says she's going to Nashville this weekend.
Oh. She wants to be discovered.
Yeah. That's weird. I'm hearing what sounds almost like a heartbeat in the background.
I hear it too.
I don't. My ears are, if I don't have my earbuds in, I don't hear a lot.
Doot, 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 doot. I hear
Yeah.
it.
Weird.
You got lost in Chicago? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we won't talk about Chicago.
Oh, wow. Glad you made it out alive.
Right?
Yeah, Chicago was my first and last experience with a street gang. I didn't want to go there again.
Oh,
If it
God.
wasn't for a truck driver, I don't know what would have happened.
I almost didn't make it out of Texas because of the Black Panthers.
Yeah, I had 3 guys walk up. I ended up at a little truck stop type thing.
Or
At the edge of town.
one in particular. The
Yeah.
rest of them came to my rescue, though.
Yeah, I had a trucker chase them off and asked me what I was coming to the store for. And I said, well, I got to get gas, got to get directions to try and find my way back to the main highway. So he paid for my gas, bought me coffee and snacks, and
Aw.
gave me direct, like he had me follow him back onto the main interstate.
Oh,
I
wow.
never did get his name. He never gave me his name.
This was also she could come see me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the first time I ever met Jason in person.
Aw. And how did you guys meet again? A game, right?
Yeah,
Playing Ebony.
Yeah.
once upon a time, Yahoo had games.
I know somebody else, another couple that are on YouTube that met that way.
It actually happens more often than people realize.
Yeah, it does.
It's the new dating scene, I think.
It's not for me.
I know
I'm
someone
just the devil on
that
YouTube.
was into those role-playing games that she actually went to the wedding of two of the players.
Yeah.
And
And a
Carol,
bunch of the people
don't say
did.
never.
Okay,
What?
I just heard somebody say Misty.
I did too.
A guy said Misty. Weird.
Thank you.
Not you, wasn't it?
Not you.
I thought you were acknowledging that I was weird.
No, it wasn't your voice.
How do you know? All the voices I have? How do you know?
No, it wasn't your voice.
It wasn't you.
My daughter took my cell phone
Mm-hmm.
and arranged everything in different folders on my screen.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, I don't know, you can see like all those.
Yeah.
That's just one page. I got this one. I got another one. And I can't find freaking diddly.
You're going to have to take the time and
I
Go
optimize
over it.
everything for you. It's the most efficient way. You have to use
kids
it.
are scary. When it comes to technology, kids are scary.
No, it's
Just
scary.
because she's organized doesn't mean I have to be organized.
And that's the thing is I keep trying to explain is with the scary thing is not so much that the kids are more tech savvy than we are. I mean, come on, let's face it, we're more tech savvy than our parents. That's nothing new.
Yeah.
But what's scary is the fact that we're actually acquiescing to letting them set things up for us. We have no idea what they're doing.
She won't show me. I said, you got to show me. And she's, well, I'm trying to figure it out. And then she'll do it. And then she'll hand it to me. I'm like, man, you got to show me. Or I'm
Yeah,
gonna keep-
Ava does that to me too. And it's like, if you don't show me, I'm not going to learn.
Yeah.
You can't do it for me. Talk me through it. Don't do it for me.
You all done talking to your son, Gary?
I was thinking, it'd be okay if he mixed up conversations and started talking football with us.
Yeah.
Imagine the mess he started talking paranormal with his son.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Actually, my son wouldn't get messed with it. He's as much into it as I am, I guess, in some ways. Especially seeing as how my grandson is now talking to spirits and seeing spirits.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
he's only 3.
He also has a girlfriend.
Yeah, and he apparently has a girlfriend.
The 3-year-old?
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Like, it could be a good little spirit, could be something disguising.
Well, no, this is an actual girl.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he's been talking to my grandmother.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think is it's gotta like for me, I truly believe like family members like got me.
Quite often, it is actually a family member.
Yeah.
Like you look at the one guide I have, Aiden. He's actually a great grandfather
Oh.
of mine. So, and I know it for a fact 'cause he's given me information I could actually trace. So,
yeah. Well, when my my grandpa, my mom's dad died, the day of the funeral, he came to me and put the thought in my head, and I would never do this, go into my grandma's bedroom, and how you pull down the bedding for somebody to get right, and I did that. I would never do that. Why would I do that? I don't make my own bed, right? And I'm going and doing my own thing, and she comes out of that bedroom and says, she was like, who pulled down the, and I said, I did. I just wanted to because I thought she was mad. I just wanted to get it ready for you to go to bed. Grandpa used to do that for me every night.
mm-hmm.
And I know the feeling that I got when that happened. So I know you know what I mean? I know it wasn't just a fluke kind of thing.
It's amazing what people do when you set a habit in motion.
I can barely hear you, crazy or cranky. Sorry.
I said,
Unmute yourself.
well, then go back to echoes. Okay.
I'll mute.
I said it's amazing what people will get used to when you have a habit that you do on a regular basis for them.
Yeah.
I can tell you there have been a couple mornings where a certain somebody who will remain anonymous has wandered around the kitchen, mug in hand, completely lost when the coffee was not ready by the time she got up.
You know what? I wander aimlessly through the house trying to figure out what the heck I was going to do.
Yeah, I think of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most.
What was that? All the things you lost, what?
I said, I think of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most.
Isn't it true? That's so true. Yeah. But it's the thing that happens to me a lot more lately is things that I know. I know like the back of my hand, but the freaking word won't come to my head.
Yep.
Yeah.
Welcome to senior moments.
Yeah.
Oh, you're running away? No.
Gary's going to bed? Yeah.
Good night, Gary.
Yep. You have a good evening, Gary.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know he was talking to me. I had something more to drink. Oops.
Oops.
Oh, I think, guys, I'm going to shut this down for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'll try and go live again next week sometime.
Thank you for having me up. I had fun, guys.
Hey, no worries. I'm going to try and do this more often.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Much love, y'all.
Okay, you
Gotcha.
take care.
Okay. Bye-bye.